Hi, Sag. We're on the air, and I just wanted to let you know that the month of May is coming up. And that would be my birthday. So you guys, just so you know, I'm a Gemini, but I have a Sag rising, which is why I mentioned that. And also, I oftentimes show up as a Sag in these readings, and that resonates more, the Sag reading, with me than the Gemini reading. So let's see what's happening with us Saggies, because summer's coming, and I know we're all ready to sort of kick back a little bit and enjoy ourselves. So with that said, end of school. First card to come up, funny. That's interesting, because that's really what this card is all about. It's about finishing things up. And the guides are saying, don't let the ball drop, okay? But it feels really good to finish some things up. And this card can actually mean that you're going back to the 8 a little bit. So this month, you might actually be putting out resumes. Sag, you might be communicating with people. This may be your chance, actually, to aside and go back to square one, which is remember to raise your head and communicate, because sometimes we can get so focused on the task at hand, especially if you're a teacher or if you have anything to do with the arts, because a lot of times our Sages are kind of actors, you know, they're out there, they're the entertainers. And not so unlike your Leo pals, but you guys really enjoy travel, and you're just very intuitive, very inquisitive when it comes to, should I say, getting out there and really enjoying the world. You like history and that type of thing. And so it's interesting that this card is saying, hey, maybe you have been focused upon teaching yourself or learning or putting the pieces of the puzzle together so that you can take all these pieces and assemble them into, and that's what I'm hearing from your guides. So you're assembling different parts and pieces, but right now it's time to put it down just for a little while. And whatever the task is, whatever the end goal is, put that aside and take a little break. And as you do, get out again and network. Now, you may actually feel overburdened right now at the beginning of the month, trying to tie up loose ends. And so you can't quite see your way out of this stack of paperwork or stack of housework, or just, you know, your inbox may, even on your computer, may be overly full. And so a nice thing to do right now is, according to what your guides are saying, is to take a break from all of that and put your head up and communicate out, because that's what the 8 of Rods is all about. And that really is what we're pointing to here. We're going back to communication again. So you might need to negotiate a little bit with people. Maybe some help is needed, or maybe they don't quite get what it is you're doing. That's also something your guides are saying. So explaining exactly what your purpose is, your higher purpose, your end game, will do a lot to gather or garner support for your future efforts. So that's coming into play as well. Okay, the Page of Wands comes up. And so, Sag, you are all about fire. And this is the card of the young person who shares your sign. So this could be actually someone, a student, your own child, someone you're related to, who becomes a bit of a challenge because they're just getting itchy. They can't really sit still right now, but this could be you as well. You're having a hard time kind of sitting still and paying attention to closing up the end of the year or the month, and you're feeling itchy. You got a little bit of spring fever, I guess you would say, or you're ready to go off and enjoy a vacation. But this is just you going, oh my gosh, you know, I've been doing this for so long, and I would like to take a little bit of a break. Now, again, for some of you, there is a real need to review a situation. So you may be going in a certain direction or have been, and there's one piece of the puzzle that you're challenged with. So to be more specific, what the guides are saying here for Sag is that there's one situation that will perhaps not be to your highest and best. So lack of resources, maybe. That's coming to me. There might be this inability to move in one direction, but it's not that important, actually. And it could come out as a plan that you have, a weekend, something that you wanted to do, and you may find that you're unable to do that, which might bum you out, but actually in the long run, it's not really a big deal. And it can even mean that you're not able to visit someone who you want to see. And so that could be coming up as well. But it's a little travel issue or a little glitch in a plan that you have. Okay, so this is a nice card coming up. So in the summer, we're getting all minor arcana cards. And I want to say, I see that the guides are just saying these are the ins and outs of May. We've got some glare, sorry. We've got the Six of Swords. And so you're going to be actually, and we were just talking about plans delayed, but you're going to be able to sort of get away, even though we're saying plans may be delayed, you're going to be able to get away and sort of get some mental relief and clarity toward the middle of the month. And that can mean different things for a lot of you, because I'm hearing that there's a lot of pressure on our Sagittarians right now to get certain things accomplished, or they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves, and they may need actually to stop listening to other people and explain what it is, their bigger overall goal, what that is, so that they can garner some support. So what I see here is that you are garnering some support. Someone is helping you sort of get away from some of this negative, not only other people speaking negatively of you, but even of you speaking negatively to yourself. So you may have some negative self-talk going on, and in the middle of the month, I'm hearing that some of you are going to have somebody sort of calm you down or give you reassurance that that you are okie dokie, and that really all you really need to do is move away from some of this static that I hear some people around you are giving you. And it may, again, going back to that, be due to the fact that you haven't really explained yourself, that you haven't put your head up long enough because you've been working on something diligently. You haven't put your head up long enough to make phone calls or take emails or text back the people who are trying to get in touch with you, because you have this conversation going on in your mind. You're trying to get something done. And the best way actually to really accomplish your goal, according to the guides, is to get away from that victimization type of self-talk, so that you can finish up what you're doing here and stand firm and feel great about your overall plan. Believe in your plan and walk out away from what it is, whatever it is that other people, their expectations, whatever it is that they're telling you that you should be doing. Forget all that, because that's all their stuff. That's not your stuff. And I see some of our Sagittarians making some major moves away from previous ideas, or even discarding different planted ideas. So if that makes sense. So if somebody says something, it kind of sticks in your head, and you replay that tape over and over again. So really what I see is that you're reviewing those tapes and discarding what doesn't serve you this month. But you're going to have somebody who will help in that effort, and so you're going to feel good about it, and you're going to be able to pick up the responsibility again. Now, for some of you, you may even move. Now, I see that happening, an actual physical move across state lines, even the water. This could be a fairly big move, but, or you may have already moved, and this move may be helping you to reevaluate what it is that you have been doing, what has created this sense of martyrdom, perhaps, this overall mentality that you have to martyr yourself or throw yourself on a sword on a daily basis in order to appease the masses. So, and that's kind of what this month is about. So the last card to come up, boy, look at that. Pretty much all wands. So 6 of Wands, really good card. This is all about building your network, your posse, getting people behind you. This is really what we have been talking about. This is about consensus. So what you want to do is build that throughout the month, and you can do that and get people to cheerlead and get behind you by doing different things. And there are a lot of ways to do that. So if you have a project going on, your guides are saying take time out and maybe start to actually put some PR out about yourself. Communicate with your network so that the people around you, instead of giving you the thumbs down, maybe they even send you a check, for instance. You know, I think of Kickstarter, GoFundMe, that type of thing is coming to mind. But, you know, even in more of an emotional way, you want to allow people to make deposits into your emotional bank. And the way to do that is to really communicate and allow them to join in and jump on board. And, you know, if you do that, then people are going to, your loved ones, your network will get behind you, and they will say, go for it, because now we know what you're going for. So the guides really wanted to speak to that. Okay, now love, this reading tells me that your head is so far down in work or buried in something, project or whatever it is that you find yourself focused on. You're so focused on that you haven't really had a chance to look up and to see, you know, hey, what's going on, who's out there, and what are my opportunities. So your guides are saying simply look around, because there are people trying to speak or communicate with you. Now, if you're a Sag and you want a relationship, you're not going to find that relationship by, you know, spending your life working. Well, the way to find that is to actually speak to people when they come into place, your wherever it is you find yourself, after work, before work, talk to people. There you go.